Alright everyone, before we actually get into today's video, this has nothing to do with Rangers versus Hibs. You've probably clicked on this video and a majority of you will know that I'm here to discuss it. I need to just get out there, I need to speak about it so it's done and dusted and we never, ever, ever need to speak about it again. Here we go. This is going to be painful. I know it's going to be as painful for me as it is for you, but let's just get out and then it's done and dusted. Jordan Rossiter has unlocked the shirt tuck. That's right, he scored a 30-yard screamer and I genuinely can't believe it. The wee man's just in there, just doing bits, unlocking his shirt tucks, wearing coloured boots now. They grow up so fast.
Glorious! No, I won't give in till I'm victorious!
Hello everyone, this is CJ Novo 992 and today we are back with another brand new video. Today's video we're here to discuss another bit of Rangers team news / prediction on. So without any further ado, let's just jump right into it then, shall we? 3, 2, 1. Rangers versus Hibs, that's right, we're back at it again. Every single time we've played them there's been fireworks, rightly or wrongly. It is a must-see fixture. Now the latest one is going to be kicked off at 3:30 at Ibrox, but before we go any further in the actual game, let's actually talk about something involving the gaffer and Mr. Scotty Arfield. If you don't know already, Scott Arfield won Player of the Month in the top flight of Scottish football and Stevie G himself won Manager of the Month, so massive congratulations to both. Great achievements and I think it's well deserved. Now you may make the argument that morelos should have probably won one earlier on in the season where he scored 8 goals in a single month, but we won't get into that. Nah. Instead we'll actually focus on something that the gaffer said. It was just pure class. It just dripped from the conversation that he had with the media because they were all giving him congratulations, this and that, and he just kind of reflected it and just says, no, I'm not going to take the credit for it. It should be renamed the coaching staff, everyone that's around the training that helps the team dust till dawn, and even the players award, because it's a collective award to actually win it. And I just like the fact that he didn't take all the credit for himself. He could have said thank you, it's great, blah blah blah, like most managers actually do. The fact that he's actually giving it back and give a little tip to the cap to the staff was actually just genuine quality. But let's just dive into the conversation. You know it's going to dominate the comment section in this video because it was actually asked directly, finally, to Steven Gerrard, and he had a very interesting answer regarding the Alfredo Morelos and Jermaine Defoe situation. Now there's been videos, there's been forums, there's been threads, there's been conversations, debates everywhere, but finally the media spoke directly to Steven Gerrard and this is what the gaffer had to say. He started off with mentioning the fact he's got a big squad and there's a lot of competition for places, sort of taking the heat off the debate between Alfredo Morelos and Jermaine Defoe, suggesting that every single player in the starting 11 has that next player up fighting for that spot, even sort of suggesting that the guy next to him, who was Scotty Arfield, the reigning Player of the Month, had to perform even against Hibs, or there's a chance someone else will come in and take his place. That is the level of competition within the squad right now. But he did go on to say that he was loyal. If you are performing, then you deserve to keep the shirt. The only way that someone would actually get pulled out from the starting 11 if they were performing is if it was a busy fixture and there was important games coming up. And if there isn't any congestion for fixtures, if everyone's fully fit, the players performing, keep the shirt. That is the message that he's been drilling into the players each and every single day since he stepped in the door. And that was some sort of moving on from that conversation, but just reflecting back to what he just said, for me, and again this is just me, then surely he rides with Defoe. You know what I mean? Defoe is the one who is performing. He deserves to keep the shirt. He's not done anything. There's no congestions. There's only 3 games left to go. He's fully fit and ready to go, so surely Jermaine Defoe starts. Now again, that's just my interpretation of what Gerrard actually said, but what is yours? Do you agree with the decision to start Defoe if that's the way he's going to go? And also, if it was up to you, you've got them both fit now, you know the question's coming, the game is tomorrow, you're feeling that the battle fever's kicked in, Alfredo Morelos or Jermaine Defoe, who are you going with and why? And while some of you guys are getting involved in the Jermaine Defoe Alfredo Morelos discussion, let's turn our attentions to this Hibs team, because it's no secret this team's frustrated us all season long. It's been one of those bogey teams, just like Aberdeen the week before. They've took so many points off us and they've cost us all season long. And if you actually go back and look at some of these Hibs games, it's been 45 minutes of some of the best football we've played all season long, followed by a 45 minutes where we didn't kill off our chances, we take the foot off the gas, they come back into the game and cost us points. It's happened game after game after game. And this match coming up here is just going to be just as hard in my personal opinion. And annoyingly, you have to give a lot of respect to this Hibs manager because he's come in there where the previous manager was pointed out the door because they were underperforming, there was a lot of arguments, the team morale was meant to be absolutely in the toilet. This guy's come in here, not only led them to their best start as a Hibs manager in about 80 years in the top flight of Scottish football, but they actually remain undefeated since Paul's came in the door with 6 wins, 4 draws. I mean, only Celtics took more points than Hibs since Paul's goals actually came in. Celtic have took 22 points since the Hibs managers came in. Hibs have took 21. Rangers, by the way, just in case you're curious, have took 20 in that time. That is the fine margins here, and I'm really expecting a tough competitive game versus Hibs. But just as I said in the last preview / prediction video against Aberdeen, by the way, another team that's frustrated us all season long, where we've dropped points and it's cost us so much. Just like in that prediction video, this Rangers team is different now than we have been since we've played Hibs all season long. It's a different formation. We're absolutely tearing it up right now. 11 goals, only 1 conceded, but it's the play style I'm more interested in, and I think Hibs won't be able to just to sit back and focus on one player, which is Alfredo Morelos, and just put 2 centre backs on him. With this formation with Arfield right next to Defoe, again, if he's starting with Kent in that free role, there's more things to think about, and it's harder to sit back and park the bus versus this Rangers team in this formation. But before we go any further and give our prediction for the game, let's reflect the injury and suspension list, because thankfully the suspensions are all gone for Rangers. Everyone is okay. Turn our attention to the injury list, however, it then starts to get a little bit icky, because Ryan Jack is listed once again as a doubt for the game, as he has a sore throat. It's like some kind of throat infection. Gerrard tried to explain. He's not been taking part in training. It's affecting him quite heavily, but I'm pretty sure Ryan Jack will actually play through this, because he's been Mr. Consistent all season long. You know how much Gerrard speaks highly of him, and I'm pretty sure that Gerrard will want him in there no matter what. We did also get some news about Gareth McCauley. Again, he's not played in a very long time, and Gerrard has confirmed that he will not play again for Rangers this season. Now, the media tried to get out of him and ask if he was going to be here next year, because his contract ends at the summer, but Gerrard would not speak about that. So I think, if I'm honest with you, we've seen the last of Gareth McCauley. Turn our attentions to Graham Dorrans. Some good news, it's not all bad. He wasn't mentioned at all on the injury list. Again, he's playing behind the door friendlies, he's getting his fitness up. I don't think he's listed as injured anymore, but just like Matt Polster and Glenn Kamara when they came in, they're nowhere near match fit, so Graham Dorrans is still a little bit away, but we should be seeing him very, very soon. And lastly, just in case you missed last week's video, Jamie Murphy has been ruled out to the end of the season, as he would only be fit in time for the last game versus Kilmarnock, but Gerrard is not going to risk him once again on a plastic pitch. So unfortunately for him, the Rangers fans and everyone, Jamie Murphy will be missing this season. But that is it. That's us all done and dusted. That's the team news. That's the press conference all broke down, and we've seen some injury updates as well. All that's left is for me and thee to get their predictions out there. You've kind of know where I'm going with this one. I'm quietly confident about this one. I believe in this Rangers formation, and I finally think we will conquer Hibs. I'm going to go with Rangers 3, Hibs 1. Actually, I'm actually going to go a lot bigger than I have done in the last preview prediction videos. Goal scorers, Jermaine Defoe. I'm going to go with Scott Arfield, and the third and final goal will come from someone coming off the bench to score by the name of Alfredo Morelos. And you know what? I'm extremely thirsty. I'm sure you are too. So grab your refreshments, everyone. Let's have a little sponsor break. May the 4th be with you, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Sponsor break. Couldn't put the lid on, that's so embarrassing. And now that we've actually had our say, let's jump over to Twitter and hear from the people. There's been 922 votes, 4% votes for a draw, 5% votes for Hibs, but 90% of the people votes for Rangers. Where's the 1%? And I actually done a poll within a poll. I call it pollception. I don't think it'll catch on. And I also asked, who would you start up front, Morelos or Jermaine Defoe for this game? There's been 1,295 votes. 86% of the people votes for Jermaine Defoe. Let's hear from the people then. Danny Taylor writes in, think the boys will finally get a grip when it comes to playing Hibs and keep the lead when they actually have it. That'd be nice. Philip Ewan McGregor writes in, Rangers 3, Hibernian 1. Goals from Defoe, Arfield and Ryan Jack, and a cheeky red card for Darren McGregor. Ewan writes in, Defoe will start. I'm going to go 3-1, Defoe double and a Tavernier penalty. Now that would be absolutely delicious. Stephen Duncan just writes in 3-0 to the famous. Robbie writes in 3-2. I'm going to go with Davis, Morelos and Connor Goldson. Unusual goal scorers there. I rate that a lot. Andy Amato actually writes in, if Defoe starts, we will win. If Morelos starts, we will draw. Ryan Nice writes in 2-0 to Rangers, Kent and Tavernier with the actual goals. And the last 2 or 3 that we'll actually read out, we'll scroll up there, we'll scroll down there, and we'll get nearer to the bottom. Cammy writes in, I would start Defoe, no point changing a winning team, and I'm going to go for a tight 1-0 win with a Tav penalty. And the last one we're actually going to read out comes from Robert Lloyd, writes in Rangers 2-1, Defoe and a Tav penalty. So there it is, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. You've heard from the people, you've heard from myself. If you haven't done so already, you know what to do by now. That is why the channel exists. If you'd like to buy some charity tickets, as the day is almost here, the link for that is down there. Please buy your tickets, help support this great cause and help people that are struggling with mental health issues. That is why we're doing the game, and I genuinely love all the support from the Novo Nation to raise as much money as possible. And also, if you would like to support the channel, again, the link for that is down in the description below, like the 50 strong on the Patreons account. I've been CJ Over92. Thanks so much for watching, and bye.